Hello and welcome to another week of writing and publishing books. This week I'm still in the Dominican Republic, so you will still be seeing footage from my trip there. However, I kinda like talking about my previous characters and their motivations last week, so I'll keep on doing that until I'm back home and working again. I've already gone through the main characters of my first 3 series, so the next one I wrote, after a year of not being able to write due to burnout, was Physics of the Apocalypse. I wanted a smaller cast for this series, so the main characters are only 3. The one who the story is seen through is called Liam Jackson, an astrophysicist and pretty normal guy besides that. I mean, he is much more clever than anyone in this story, but I didn't want to write a genius that has issues talking with other people. I wanted to write a relatable, intelligent individual, and this is what he is. He knows the value of being likable because he's an academic and had to use his charisma to get funding for his research. He knows the value of working with others and that collaboration brings better results than attacking a problem on your own. And this is what he does after the apocalypse hits too. Of course, I needed to have some more colorful characters in the mix, and they came in the names of John and Billy. They're both English with very colorful personalities, but quite grey when it comes to their ethics. Billy has always struggled with authority and he is more likely to steal or cheat than any of the 3, without this meaning that he doesn't have a moral code of his own. John is a very happy person who struggled with similar family issues in the past, and despite being financially safe, this didn't make him happy really, as he struggled a lot with drugs. The 2 of them are great friends, with Billy doing everything in his power to protect his childhood friend, though it's John who ultimately protects all 3 of them. With these characters, I wanted to show the different dynamics between old friends and the difficulties people might have forging new friendships. There's also a lot of trying to understand people coming from different socioeconomic backgrounds, but I suppose you'd have to get the book to really see what's happening. Alright, I think that's enough for today. Tomorrow we'll be looking into my latest characters. I still don't have a name for the series I'm writing right now, but I have around 140,000 words in it and have a pretty good idea of the characters. I might have mentioned their general characteristics in a previous video when I was creating them before the outline phase, but I think this is a great opportunity to look into them again. So let's start with the 2 brothers, William and James. They work with wood a lot, mainly chopping it, often with the aid of their father. However, they usually prefer working by themselves than with their father because his alcohol addiction means he causes more problems than he solves. At home, their mother is not much better help either, as he has practically given up on them and life in general. At least these are the issues that are presented to the readers in the first few chapters of the books. What isn't revealed yet is the fact that the family was doing great when it was just William, but his father wanted another child, something that his mother didn't. When they eventually had William, the mother fell into postpartum depression that really changed the dynamics of the family. The couple was constantly fighting, the father eventually turned to drinking, and the 2 boys grew up in a very problematic environment. This story serves both as a reason for them to want to leave the village and go on an adventure, but also as something that they will both need to overcome. There are a multitude of issues that can come up from such an upbringing, and I hope that I'll be able to do them justice as the characters grow. And I suppose that is all for William and James for now. And that's Tuesday. There's only a couple of traveling days left, so I thought I'd take 1 day for each of the remaining characters. By the way, I hope you're enjoying the videos I took from my trip and don't mind the change from the usual scenery back in Berlin. Alright, so next up is Dan Fisher, or later known as Dan Deal. Dan grew up with his father for the better part, as his mother died in a fishing accident when he was young. He was a happy boy growing up, as his father did his best to make sure his mother's absence wasn't what defined him, but at the same time he really needed to work a lot. Dan was of course affected by the death of his mother, and he did not want to continue fishing for the rest of his life. In fact, he attributed her death to their lack of money. He wanted to get to a place where money would be no issue and his father would not have to continue doing the job that killed his wife. Taking it 1 step further, he didn't just want to have enough money. He wanted to have all the money. John is an entrepreneurial spirit that has a great understanding of how the world works, the motivations and vices of people. He has his own demons, but those will only rear their heads later in the story. But what I wanted to achieve with him is someone who acts as a balancing force between being very wild and very conservative. He understands the needs of his friends and has a strategic mind and business acumen to enable anything they want to achieve. Also, it's extremely fun to write such a charismatic character. With that, we're done with Wednesday. This is the last day of my trip, but it's also release day. I was actually already flying back since yesterday, but I suppose airport footage isn't as pretty, so I hope you'll enjoy the last of my sunny videos for now. Today we published 2 books again. The first one is Timothy McGowen's 7th Chaos and Order book. This series is loved by German readers, and I particularly enjoyed reading the first book, which was actually what made me reach out to the author and ask for the German rights. The second book we're releasing is not LitRPG but romance. In fact, it's a completely new series by Reece Barden, whose Shifters of Grey Ridge we have already published with great success. This one is the first book in her Steel Pack Alpha series, a spin-off from her other Shifter series. Now that we made sure all of our promo posts are published, we can move to the actual main character of the series I'm writing right now. Noah Summers also grew up with just his mother, but for a different reason to his friend Dan. For all he knows, his father didn't want anything to do with him as he abandoned his mother and him when she was still pregnant. His mother raised him well on her own and with the help of the village people, Noah not feeling the absence or rejection of his father at all. There is absolutely no reason for him to ever want to leave the village, at least not until he discovers that his mother had been lying to him about his father. Noah's mother was a pillar of trust and honesty, and having broken this pillar, brought the whole world down on him. This is the first of multiple issues he will have to encounter as he is thrusted into a delayed teenage rebel phase now that he realized that the world and its people are against him. I did not want to write another angsty teenager, but rather a person whose inner child was suppressed due to life circumstances, and how this child fights back in the form of a grown man with experiences and wisdom. Or at least that's what I'll try to do. Also, this is going to be a story about the evolving nature of friendship between men that goes beyond the nods, the name calling, and the silly humor. Again, that's what I'll try to do. Hopefully, you will enjoy my attempt and this story will become my best yet. I've put a lot of thought behind the characters, the world, the magic system, and how they all blend together, so I'm looking forward to seeing how people will react to it. And that's Thursday, the last day of my holidays.
And I'm back from holidays. A little tanned. It's a nice change of scenery, even though it's raining right now as I'm going to the cafe. It's Friday, and I'm quite happy to be able to dive back into it. I did over the holidays, I replied to some emails and stuff, but nothing serious. So there are quite a few tasks that I want to carry out today. I formatted the LitRPG book that is going to come out next week. I also started formatting the first book of a new romance series, male rockstyle romance series that we will be putting out in April. I think I will continue with this one, and then I need to have a look at our Facebook ads. We will be trying a different strategy. We were doing wide targeting, letting the Facebook's algorithm figure out essentially where to serve our ads. But I would like to try different images with targeted ads, with more targeted audiences, and essentially find which of the images give us the lowest CPC and then run those, scale those ads. I also want to create a few railroad ads for a series that I'm running there. This is essentially a test run for what is going to be, for what is going to happen to my Magic University series. And there are a few more tasks that I've written on my calendar. yeah, I don't know how much I'll be able to carry out, because especially for the romance series I want to format, I have another book ready, which I would like to pour out as well, or at least prepare. So yeah, looks like it's going to be a busy final day for the week. I'm at the cafe for a couple of hours already, I think. Just got my second cafe. I had quite a long call with a friend of mine who's helping with the Facebook ads. We put up 2 ads with dynamic creative, which means that we provide Amazon with multiple images, Facebook with multiple images, and Facebook will decide what to do with which image is doing better. So essentially we will see which of them performs better, remove the rest, and then put even more. So 2 ads, 5 images each. That's how we'll go on with this promoting this new series. Other than that, I saw that one of the book that is coming out next week, the LitRPG book, the paperback had an issue. I fixed that, and now I'm realizing that there is no way in the next 1-2 hours I can complete everything I was planning to do. I think I will start with formatting the romance titles. I also need to create the content essentially for this YouTube video, for last week's YouTube video, which is for the 2 days that I was off, 3 days, and then the 4 days that I was off this week, because I haven't yet. I also want to look into finding more Minecraft authors, because I would like to try that in the German market. Essentially, I talked with a friend of mine who is writing unofficial Minecraft storybooks, and we couldn't come to terms that we both agree. Essentially, it was a matter of, for them, giving away control, so not having direct access to the reports, which is, there's nothing I can do about that, because when you work with a publisher, I cannot give access to my account to everyone. I can give direct copies, but there needs to be a certain level of trust to trust that what I'm giving the people is what is actually available. And they also did not like the percentage, which again, it's not that I can't offer them a better percentage, but when I am translating, when I'm taking up a project, it means that I will need to shift resources, translators time essentially, from another project, and I try to offer everyone the same percentage. So if I offer them a better percentage, why would I move resources from another project that's making me more money? And I know that this is kind of safe, like this is a percentage that I feel safe with. So yeah, we couldn't make it work, but still I would like to find some other Minecraft authors, maybe try it with them. I also talked with a person who is my editor, about the next book that they will be edited, which is not mine. It's the second of the trilogy that we have translated from German to English. They're doing the editing, see how the dates are looking like. I also want to split my release schedule. Essentially, I have a Google Sheet that shows at least all of the releases that are coming in the next couple of months, or as far as I can see at least. And it's come to a point that it is very convoluted, because there is LitRPG, audiobook LitRPG, romance, science fiction, and this is also the list that the person who's creating our newsletters is using. So it would be great if I could split them, so that we could have one for each genre. It's going to be a lot cleaner and a lot easier to work with. And then on the email side of things, I saw many emails with people that I need to follow up on from previous correspondence about translations. I see that I have 2 more books came back from the editors, the beta readers and the editor combination. There's so much stuff to do. It's not happening. I will just do my best and hope that by Monday or Tuesday I'll be done with that, and with all the admin tasks, and maybe jump back into writing my own story. Alright, the time is 4:30. I'm heading back home. I managed to do a lot, but also not nearly as much as I would have liked, or as I had planned to. My inbox is mostly empty. There is an email that's waiting for me from the web designer that created our direct sales website. I need to check that because he also attached a video which is a tutorial of how to set things up. This will have to go next week. I think there will be some things that I will work over the weekend, but I think that's enough work for today. I'll head home. There are so many things that I want to do outside of work also, because I started playing the Hogwarts Legacy, which I love as a game. And also I found out about this Muscle anime, because I heard of the opening song, the intro song. I'm sure you've heard it as well. And it is essentially Magic University kind of anime, where the main character is focusing on his muscles. But anyway, I really want to check it out. Maybe I'll do it over the weekend. So I'm heading home, and we're meeting a friend at night for some drinks. He's visiting from Greece, and that's it. Thank you for joining. I would appreciate subscribing to the channel and liking this video, maybe leaving a comment. And I hope you enjoyed this, different style of video for the better part of it. And see you next week.